Well, I've come down to my local forest this morning, which is Delamere Forest in Cheshire. It's only 5 minutes from my house, so it is my local location, so to speak, and I've been ignoring it lately. But today it's foggy and misty and a bit wet, so it's going to look very atmospheric. As you can see behind me, we have a lot of mist and fog, so I'm going to get into the woods and see what I can see. Now this is one of my favourite locations in Delamere Forest. This is called Norley Moss. It's been cleared to represent how the forest would have looked hundreds of years ago in these sort of mossy, boggy lands. And it's not difficult to see why it's one of my favourite locations. I mean, just look at the little tree there. I have a forest off to my left, a lot of atmosphere with the mist. So I'm going to break out the camera now, I think, and start shooting for real. Okay, first shot of the day. Small clearing now, a little bit of water. Nice tree in the middle. I'm using a square format camera, the Bronica SQAi, which is 6x6, and I'm using Kodak Ektar negative film today. f/16, 30 seconds, pretty straightforward. Well, I've moved on a little bit down the forest road now to another location I like, a very chaotic one, as you can hopefully see behind me. This is a marvellous little spot not far from the road, and I'm going to start shooting it now. Now for this shot I've set myself up with a standard focal length on the Bronica, which is 80mm, 4 seconds f/22. It's going to be quite straightforward, just taking a couple of frames in case I have a problem with one of them later. Well, I've come across this beautiful composition here in the same area, in the woods near the small brackish water. I've got a beautiful arch of trees. Sticking with a standard lens, 80mm. I've put the eye level viewfinder on so I can actually stand at full head height, makes it easier to shoot. 4 seconds, f/22, Kodak Ektar, which is a 100 speed film. Fantastic. Now, something I'm guilty of doing in my videos is constantly referring to the focal length in full frame terms. Full frame terms? Full frame terms? Well, that's something I'm going to change. I think I'll start using some of the features of YouTube, such as the comments section. I'll put down in there the cameras, the lenses, the focal lengths, the apertures, the film types, etc. And when I'm shooting, I'll just refer to it as telephoto or wide angle. And the reason being, I don't actually have a full frame camera at the moment, so none of it really makes any sense. So I'll just stick to the easiest way of explaining it for you. There's another half decent composition with some lovely trees in the background, but I ain't taking it till I've had a cup of coffee. Well, I don't know about you, but every single time I seem to want to set up a shot in a forest like this, there's always something in the way. There's a tree inconveniently located next to me, so I've had to move my composition round. But I have ended up getting a decent angle on some fallen tree trunks. Bit of lovely moss going on there with the green. That's going to come out beautifully on my film. Wide angle lens, f22, you know the story. 2 seconds, click, click, off we go. Now, one of the disadvantages to shooting with film cameras like the lovely Bronica here is the limited number of frames you have per roll. I have 12 on this roll of film and I've shot 10. I've got 2 left and I've got about an hour or so. I don't want to load another roll. I don't want to send it off for processing with just a few shots on it. And I need the images for this vlog. So I'm going to be quite economical now in how I shoot. So it may be a disadvantage in some ways, but I'm not going to go randomly spraying shots around just in the hope of getting something that works. I've got to make these last 2 frames count. I'm struggling to get a composition here. It's not easy. I don't like that because it usually means it's not going to be a good picture, but I'm going to persevere. Now, I didn't get what I wanted, but I got something else. And as I said, I find personally that if it doesn't work pretty quickly, the composition, such as the tree there behind me, I end up having to shoot something else. You may be better than me, you may be able to persevere, I just can't do it. I tend to find that if it's not working quickly, it's just not going to work. And I haven't got the patience and I go and shoot something else. That's just me. You're probably better than that. Right, frame 12, final frame. This has got to count. Could be the best shot of all. I love the composition. And this time the film's going safely in the bag. Well, that's me done for the morning. Total 3 hours, 1 roll of film, some very wet feet from jumping in and out of all the bogs. I've had a great time. It's absolutely fantastic. It's such an ordinary location, but on a day like this, with this sort of weather, it's just magical. And who wouldn't want to be in somewhere like this? So I've really had a great time this morning, and really thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again on the next trip.